Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome back to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. I'm your host, Juliet. We're going to continue to talk about the Airtime Watertime wetsuit, but most importantly, our show today is to focus on water safety. We want to continue our conversation, Mark, about you mentioning the word fear buster. What does fear buster mean to you?
Well, instinctively, when we go in the water, you know, we try and keep our head above the water. So we're going to swim or do whatever. So some people can do that rather easily, and other people, it's a struggle. But now we have an equalizer. So now we have this suit that keeps your head about this level in the water. And like I said, like I was talking about in the other segment, it's like you're floating in space. So suddenly you have all the moving capability. And you're not sinking, and you're just floating there, and so suddenly fear evaporates. You know, it's such a just that feeling alone to have fear evaporate and be, you know, you look for how much fun you can have now. Your life has changed. You know, you can. What do I want to do now that I'm free? It's that kind of thing.
Now I know you brought a video for us to watch. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about this video?
Well, the video is about people that have experienced fear in the past, and they've had traumatic experiences in their life. And there's also another video of our dear friend. We have Bobby, who at the time of the video was a 6-year-old, severely autistic, nonverbal, and the water was his happy place.
Right.
And so,
but that might not be the happy place for mom, because mom has more fear.
Well, he jumps in the swimming pool regardless of the water temperature, so she was always kind of worried. But anyways,
and he taught himself how to swim using the suit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the first part of the video is about a woman who is in her mid-50s who's wearing one of these.
Okay.
And she was afraid of, if she wasn't touching the bottom of the ocean, she was stiffening up, and then of course that made her sink even more. So it's a video talking about her experience, and then the second part of the video is little Bobby, who just learned how to swim using the suit.
Well, and there's another footnote for Donna, who's the gal who's 56 years old. We taught her how to swim in 7 seconds.
Wow.
So what we basically told her is, do like you've seen in the movies. Just start moving your arms, and you can see in the video she starts doing that, and she's swimming.
Wow.
So,
well, thank you so much for sharing
swim.
this. Well, I hope you guys can take an opportunity to watch the video. This is 2 videos of an adult and another one of a child with autism.
My name is Pamela Brown-Lee. I'm 56 years old, and I've never learned how to swim.
I have been so afraid of the water, and I have truly given up on trying to learn how to swim.
By the end of my class, I was swimming like a pro.
Floating. I'm not panicking. I'm not sinking. I want to float, but I don't swim. However, you can make yourself move. Kick your feet. That's it. My name's Donna, and I'm in my mid-50s, and I've never been able to learn how to swim, because when I try, I panic, and then I stiffen up and I sink.
Is it different now?
Yeah.
Because of this suit, I no longer have to sit on the sidelines and watch my husband swim any longer. I can swim with him.
I'm Rhonda Taylor. We were looking for something to help protect him in the water, to give us peace of mind, and this suit worked beautifully. He has autism, and he doesn't always understand the dangers involved around water, and it's difficult to explain that to him because water is his happy place. He'd rather be in the pool than anywhere else on the planet. With this suit, we were able to just let him go, and of course, monitored, never unmonitored. We had that peace of mind that if he was jumping into the deep end, that he would be able to swim every single time. So we didn't have to worry about him getting in over his head. You know how anxious you can be when little ones are around the water. And he's actually really swimming now. This allows him to become more horizontal with the water rather than most of the other products at a vertical placement when you're in the water. It's more of an up and down kind of thing than the Airtime Watertime suit, that he's able to really swim like you would swim. So it's given him that knowledge base to draw on, I think, and that freedom.
Now, Now, Tina, we just showed the video of of an adult and another one of a child with autism who now no longer has the fear of the water. Now, what does that make you feel when you watch a video like that?
It just reminds me of like Peter and Kyle's experience. You know, it just reminds me of them learning how to swim, and me being fearful, and even being fearful after they've learned how to swim. But just having the floater was just it really helped all the way around. And we still, when we go paddleboarding, when we go to the pool, we go to the beach, they wear it. Okay. Their dad wears it too. Okay. He boogie boards a lot with the boys, and he like fell into a bunch of really sharp rocks, and the suit actually took a lot of that and kind of saved him from getting, cut up. Wow. So that really helped.
So I think what I'm hearing, Ruth, is that, this suit is not just for someone who doesn't know how to swim, but also for someone who already knows how to swim. But when he's in the ocean with his 2 kids sometimes, right? Doug, the dad, he also wants that sense of security, because if you have 2 kids that you might have to rescue, it might be hard. And exactly. I think that's so important to remind people that, you can never be too safe. And I think to have that, sense of security.
Well, the other thing is that you can swim twice as fast with half as much effort. You can stay out longer. I tend to get cold in the water, and I can stay out longer in the water. I can go snorkeling. I can just, if I get tired snorkeling, I can just lie on my back and just relax.
And it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 2 years old, or you could be 100 years old. You can still use the suit. There's no age limitation for us.
Wow, that's great. Because I think a lot of times when we look into our family safety, we don't always think of, oh, let's get a float suit when we're going to the ocean, or even going on a boat, right? Right. So I think that's something that we want to make sure that people know, is that this show is about talking about how do we address some of those fears? How do we get to enjoy life again? And instead of exerting so much energy, and where you can't enjoy the ocean or the waters, you're actually having a suit that allows you to enjoy it even more. And even a mom, as a mom, you get to enjoy it more, because now your beach experience is not about just chasing your child, but you get to feel the sand, you get to see the waves, you get to maybe see the sunset again. So I think that's what I hear from you both, or all of you, is that this gives you a lot of freedom and also joy again in life.
And it feels like a second skin. Like after a while, you don't even know it's there. Yeah. And like Mark was saying, you just explore. You just are.
Oh, thank you again. Thưa quý vị, hôm nay mình nghe được from Mark and Ruth of Airtime Watertime. Cái float suit của Airtime Watertime là một cái suit, một cái product để giúp cho quý vị có cái sự an toàn lúc mà mình enjoy cái biển, hay đi bơi với gia đình trong mùa hè. Julie muốn nhấn mạnh là water safety rất là quan trọng, tại khoảng gần 4.000 người mất về chết đuối mỗi năm, đó là 10 người mất mỗi ngày. Thì Julie thấy đó là cái show hôm nay là không phải là nói về cái item đây, không phải là promote cái item, mà thiệt ra phải promote làm sao mình có nhiều cái thoải mái lúc mà mình sử dụng cái product, giống như cái wetsuit hoặc cái float suit hoặc cái life jacket, thì mình có rất cái nhiều option, mình có được cái sự chọn nhiều, mà làm sao mình nghĩ làm sao để cho mình có cái nhiều cái thoải mái. Cái suit đây á, Julie nghe đó, Ruth nói đó là mình bằng cái suit đây rất là thoải mái, là very comfortable, nó không có cỡm. Tina là một người mẹ có em tự kỷ, Tina cũng nói đó là cái suit đây á, làm cho cái sự an toàn là mấy em nó không có buckle ra, nó không có lấy ra lại được, phải không Tina? You know, I love that you're like, because you definitely understand Vietnamese, but you're not speaking Vietnamese, Tina. Tina là cũng một người là Việt Nam, mà Tina, tại Julie cũng nói là, bữa nay Tina lên đài hôm nay, mẹ của Tina có coi cái đài hôm nay, gia đình có coi không Tina, có không?
Có.
Okay, thank you. I got one Vietnamese word from her. One word. Because definitely that's the thing about it is, a lot of times we don't talk about trauma as it relates to water, specifically for Vietnamese American like ourselves. We were refugees. We were on a boat, stranded. So a lot of Vietnamese Americans have that extreme fear from their generational trauma.
Right, you were saying.
And they don't address that.
Time to let go of it.
Right. And I think that's what you said. It brings peace.
Correct.
And that you can, for once, put on a suit and yes, allow yourself to feel all those fear, but also realized that this is very peaceful, that there is nothing to be afraid of, Mark.
Lie on your back and do it at night and watch the stars.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Ruth, and Tina, for being here. If there's one thing that you would like to share with the audience, Mark, what would that be?
Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Time to be free. Time to explore yourself. Time to see what it feels like to have no fear, have confidence.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being on the show today. I hope our show is here to remind people to stay safe this summer, to enjoy, and, you know, time to let go and time to also embrace and enjoy. Thank you so much for being here today. Julie, một lần nữa cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV đã theo dõi chương trình hôm nay. Hôm nay chương trình đã nhấn mạnh về water safety, làm sao gia đình mình có an toàn lúc mà con mình đi bơi trong hồ hay đi ra ngoài biển. Chừng nào quý vị muốn hiểu thêm về Airtime Watertime là lên cái website một lần nữa là airtimewatertime.com. Chừng nào quý vị ở trong quận Cam là trong Southern California cũng có scuba.com, đó là một cái shop mà mình có tới mình được thấy cái wetsuit đây, cái float suit, xin lỗi, đó là làm sao mình có cái an toàn. Julie cũng cảm ơn quý vị theo dõi chương trình Kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội. Hẹn gặp lại tuần tới. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.